Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Friday pre-flight. We are hanging out in the lounge. Thank you all for joining me today. We've got a lot to talk about as usual. I was saying, there's a lot of breaking news that I cover in the morning, the 6 Minute Daily. This show gives us a chance to sit back and actually talk about some of the things that happened over the course of the week that many of the other shows for the weekend will be talking about. So I always enjoy it. Much more interactive than the 6 Minute Daily, of course, and we get your feedback as well. Again, your opinions help me better understand my own. Your comments, any of that, I truly appreciate. So I just want to say thank you to all of you that are here early. For those of you watching on the replay, as I lose my earbud, and for those of you that are watching live, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. We will be having a member stream this weekend. It will probably be Sunday. So I do look forward to that. Hope you all will enjoy being there if you are members of the channel. I'm going to lean a little bit more into the Twitch gaming streaming. I think maybe shorter sessions more times a week. It seems that a lot of people like to do that. So I just absolutely love it. We've got several of you here. So let's just do our greetings and all of that, and then we will move on. We, of course, have Canadian Spider-Man. And yes, it is on. We have that 70s rock fan here. He was testing out the mic as well. This is good advice. Do push the like button if you can. It does help. Of course, that just another red shirts here. Appreciate all that he does. I have so many great mods. Matt G, just another red shirt. Obviously Lord Thoth, Eric K, when he gets a chance to roll through. I miss that guy. Gosh, we have some amazing humans that are in our fellowship. I'm just privileged to know. Keely Chow is here. It's good to see Jamie Castile as well. I hope you guys are enjoying your Friday. I know that I am so far. Trinoculus P, what's going on, my friend? Good to see you. And the ever lovely Iluvrian Imakara, who I just absolutely think's amazing for so many different reasons. I just hope things are going well for you. But it's very good to see you. Willie Woodward is here, and believe it or not, I've invited him on at some point today to do a short promotion, a project that I've been very interested in that he is launched. I think that maybe some of you are familiar with it, but I'd like to make more of you familiar with it here soon. Naughty Monkey of Wrath is joining us. Hey, what's going on, my friend? We've got Humor in Waffles. I'm glad you were notified today, my friend. We've got Commander Ed Straker of Shadow. What's going on, my friend? Just saw you over on Midnight's Edge. Boy, that was a lot of fun this morning. Let me tell you, we talk about some of my favorite things, like James Bond and some other comic book movie stuff. I have to say, after being told what was going to happen, I have to say I'm pretty thrilled with some of the elements in the Venom Let There Be Carnage film. I can't wait to see it now. Very excited. I'm more than ready for my fruity umbrella drink today. Well, me too. Olivia and me too. We've got our very good friend. Wow. Chat jumped, guys. Sorry about that. We've got our very good friend, Manowar 665, the neighbor of the beast here. Dave Myers is with us. You woke up in time for it. Thank you, my friend. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Who knew the salt must flow? One of my early members, a great supporter of so many of our channels. Thanks for being here, my friend. Appreciate you. Diego Flores is here, a very, very important member of Midnight's Edge Espanol. It's good to see you, Diego. I'm going to try to get you in on a Sunday panel. I'm not sure if that'll work out with your schedule. We need to communicate. I hope we were aiming for this Sunday, but reach out. Let me know what works for you. Ooh, huge information on Breakpoint. Do tell. Pat S is here. We've got Rudy hanging out with us. First time waking up early enough for this show. Well, thanks for being here, my friend. Darth Haster, our very good friend, is here. Hugh Photographer. It's great to see Hugh Photographer. Haven't seen Hugh Photographer in a hot minute. It's good to see you, my friend. Unless you've been lurking. A lot of people do that. Bear Dog Adventures? Oh, absolutely. Bear Dog's having a nap at the moment. This show is always perfectly timed to his nap. So, but I guarantee you, at some point he will interrupt us, and we will have a Bear Dog sighting probably. So, good to see you, E. Clay Thomason. You're a wrenchless wretch. I don't know about that, but you're a very valued member of my channel, and I appreciate your support here and elsewhere. Yeah. Hype for the new content, Ghost Recon Legacy. I cannot wait, man. I can't wait. I want to, dude. I'm gonna be doing your channels in the background today while I get some stuff done. So, always love those videos. You spend a lot of time on those, man. The loose joystick for a $2 super sticker, which is a 1-up hippo. Thank you for that, my friend. Appreciate you very much. Of course, the loose joystick is a content creator. I can't wait to get through all of the, I'm sure, thousands of pieces of content the loose joystick's going to do. I'm sure you will enjoy that as well. Marks47 is here saying hello. Bear Dog, that's right. Oh, Bear Dog merch launching this weekend, I think on Sunday. So be prepared. Getting final approval from the boss on what exactly to release. So that will be going into the Stream Elements store, not the TeeSpring store. So don't look for it there. Well, I'm sorry that you've been away, but I'm glad you're back, my friend, and I hope everything's going well, and especially in your neck of the woods. Well, thank you, D-Bud Martin. Midnight's Edge Raid, indeed. Looks like I'm going to have to drop my camera for a minute because I've become fuzzy. Sorry about that. For some reason, StreamYard is doing what StreamYard does to me. It tortures me. It tortures you. It tortures us all. I don't know why. I have great internet. It's just weird. But with that being said, oh, look, my goodness, look at everybody who just popped in. We have Nancy here. Good to see you, VStar333. Love that. We've got Karen Prime saying namaste. Good to see you. This month's electric bill was $69. That's awesome, Philip A. Demick. That means the weather is good. Weather is good indeed. Thank you, Mr. Tickle Trunk, another amazing human. Wrench to many and excellent supporter. Love Mr. Tickle Trunk. Mr. Dragon is here. Yeah, we're making it hard right now. Lots of people to keep up with, Mr. Dragon. No doubt about that. All right. Well, let's start to dive into some stuff because we do have some stuff. We do have some stuff. And I'm pretty stoked about some of it. I think Mike over at Midnight's Edge, of course, you know him as Mexican Iron Man, said that he feels like some of these things are starting to show a turn in the tide, especially since the rumors about the reshoots around Bond were legit. And you can, I guess, see where they may have shifted directions. And Andre, I believe, has said during the show that you could kind of feel like they left a lot of the stuff out that Phoebe Waller-Bridge offered. So we'll see. And I agree, Bear Dog is slightly better than Doge. Yeah, let's just put it that way. So, but Richie Dupe is here. What's up? Hail and bananas to all. Absolutely. Banana Man. Yeah, so great. Hashtag Midnight's Edge Raid. Of course. We've got another super sticker, from our friend Darth Haster for $5 says, good job. No, good job to you, my friend. Anybody who starts a channel and runs one deserves the support, provided they give you good content. Darth Haster and so many other of you here that are part of my channel have your own channels. I do try to make myself buy everybody's channel, if not once or twice a month, maybe more often. A lot of it just depends on my day, but I love to support all of you. So, and thank you in turn for your support. Casino, you're going to watch the Ghost Recon premiere on the 5th. Yes. I will give that a shot. I'm going to try. A lot of it's going to depend on the schedule for the day. I've been doing a lot more actual work. So, in fact, I think I'm even doing work tomorrow. Eesh, crazy. Mr. Tickle Trunk sends us a Canadian $2 with a super sticker, my favorite little super sticker, the same one he sent this morning during the 6-minute daily. Thank you for that. It's a Shiba Inu Farting Hearts. Gotta love that. And our friend, the Loose Joystick, sends us the Game Over super sticker for $2. I hope you're doing well, Loose Joystick. Very excited. Indeed. Horny Elf has joined us. This is fantastic. Yeah, lurks and works. That's what we all do, my friend. The Cheese Factor's in the house saying, hail. Well, hail to you, my friend. The ever lovely Tina Bojan is joining us. Says, good afternoon, friends. Well, good afternoon to you. Hope you're doing well. Daryl the Derelict is in the house. Says, hail, Culture. Well, hail to you, my friend. Daryl the Derelict. New channel, right? You got your channel going? This is what I heard. Did I hear this thing? Did I hear this right? Somebody tell me I'm right. If I am, you should be subscribing to Daryl the Derelict. All right. I'm stoked. All right, let's do a story. Why not? There's 30 of us here, 30 some, well, more than 30, and let's dive in. We already know what we're going to talk about first because, well, you have it doesn't take much to guess, right? And of course, the first image we all saw was this, and we were worried. Oh, I was worried. I don't know about you, but let's jump right into the story behind this. And this is interesting. We talked about this briefly on the 6-Minute Daily. I thought it was fantastic that the No Time to Die film itself got the widest UK release of all time, over 700 screens. I think it's 772 screens, if memory serves. And almost 7 million on opening day. This story here from Variety kind of breaks it all down. I think it's pretty cool that they actually beat the record by 772 cinemas, 25 more than the previous record, which was the rents of soybeans in 2019. So it is the widest release ever in Britain for Universal. Pretty interesting, right? Bond's opening day haul from its first full day in theaters on Thursdays is estimated to fall between 6.2 and 6.8. It's about 13% above Spectre, which was a long time ago. What, 6 or 7 years ago? So, wow. 30,000 people attended midnight screenings on Wednesday night. Boy, do I know some of them. Bud Boy Productions, right here from YouTube. One of the regulars with Midnight's Edge and specifically Latino Slant, actually gave a review on the film already. So if you would like to see that, but 1.62 million in advanced ticket sales through the first 4 days through Sunday in the UK is 12% beyond Spectre. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think this is going to be a successful film, which is probably good. I don't think it'll make a profit, but we'll see. Here's the weird thing. So the $250 million budgeted movie. So that's the first time I think we're seeing a real number attached to this in the press. I think it's actually more than that, but especially after you add all the M and P in. Mexican Iron Man for $4 gives us a cup of coffee. Thank you, my friend, for the $4 super sticker. But it is what it is. So, will it be profitable? Not based on what Commons House said early on. And obviously the MI6 website reported, and that got run with by many other sites. And I'm not sure that they're wrong. And I know that Odin has a different opinion on this, and Odin is really good at this stuff. So let's just say it needs to make a lot of money, and it's not going to make a lot of money. I mean, it's going to make a lot of money. It's just not going to make enough to be profitable. So, but again, thank you for the super sticker, my friend. This is a good statement here. Having Henry Cavill be Bond, the next Bond, I think that'd be a lot of fun. I'm a huge fan of the James Bond franchise. A lot of you people know that. A lot of you know why, because of my grandfather. I did a wonderful stream with Thomas Gilkey when Sean Connery passed away about Bond and how Sean Connery was our favorite Bond. That has never changed for me. Sean Connery is my favorite Bond. Pierce Brosnan's a close second, followed by Roger Moore. Although, honestly, Lazenby and Moore are tied in my mind. And Craig is actually in front of Dalton, for those of you Dalton fans. You can be mad at me, whatever you want. Everybody, in their own way, was a good Bond. For the most part. But yeah, I think Henry Cavill would make a great Bond. Is it a triumph? I don't know. I am going to go see it. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Thank you for the raid, Mexican Iron Man. Mike is a great human being. Appreciate him. Thank you, Jesse, for your support, my friend. Jesse Miller does some really cool stuff. The script reads are just incredible. Kind of looking forward to doing that again. Can't wait for the Conan script that's coming. I believe that's what's happening in the near future. Pretty stoked about that. Even if I'm not involved, if you've ever gone to one of those script readings, everybody plays the character. It's a great voice. It's a lot of fun. So check that out. I think we should do one of the the unused Bond scripts at some point. I'm not sure if you want to look into that, Jesse. I think there are two out there in the world. One of them falls into a rights situation. That's why it was never made. It was at the center of an issue between Eon and another production company that claimed to have ownership. So we'll have to see. Yeah, grandpa stories. I love grandpa stories. Yeah, I got into Bond with the Christmas marathons. Dalton is my guilty pleasure. See, Olivia, and we don't have to agree. He's fine though. He's just not my favorite. But yeah, he was a lot more action packed. He was a very physical Bond. There was a lot of grit to that guy. If you want to talk about gritty Bond, Dalton, especially the last film he was in. Holy cow, you probably would make a good 007, my friend. Moore was my least favorite, yet I liked him anyway because he was a gentleman. Absolutely. Roger Moore was incredible as the Saint. If you ever have an opportunity to watch the English television program The Saint, do it. Roger Moore, excellent. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Well, there you go. Connery, Brosnan, Lazenby, Moore, Dalton, Craig. Well, there you go. That's what Willie Walton says. If you want to see Cavill as Bond, watch The Witcher. It is Bonds in the Middle Ages. It kind of is, isn't it, Daryl and Daryl? It's kind of a weird thing. I want to see the 60s Batman script. Andre can play Egghead and Az can play that would be so good. So good indeed. CC, what's your grandpa story? Well, my grandfather was the person who introduced me to James Bond. I was probably way too young to be exposed to these films, but in my memory as a young person growing up early on in my life, and I have siblings who experienced different parts of growing up, but my grandfather was an early investor in technology. So when something came out like a VCR, Laserdisc, those kinds of things, he was somebody who would acquire it. But it was always that when Sunday would roll around and we would do our normal Sunday activities and then go for family dinner, my grandfather would have a Bond movie most likely on somewhere in the house on one of the televisions. And I was introduced to Bond at a very young age, probably, again, younger than I should have been. But I was very blessed by somebody who brought me something that I was invested in from the very beginning. Between Thunderball, Dr. No, all of the early Bonds, I was hooked. He hooked me, and I want to acknowledge him for that because I miss him a lot, and I love James Bond. I really do. Val Kilmer version, then found out it was a reboot. Yeah. I like doing your Vincent Price voice. You do a very good job, by the way. Hey, Hologram Nunchuck is here. Good to see you, my friend. Austin Powers was the best Bond. That's funny, E. Clay Thomason. But The Man from U.N.C.L.'s very good. Yeah. Yeah, and Cavill did a good job. And they'll never make another one of those, which is a shame because he was great. Gosh, can you believe how long the career is for the actor that played the Russian in The Man from U.N.C.L.? It's so long that he's still on television. He plays Ducky in the NCIS television program with Mark Harmon. Just FYI. Mm-hmm. I could never get into Roger Moore's Bond. To me, he was the Saint. Absolutely, Dave Myers. A lot of people feel that way early on. Do that. Mexican Iron Man for $5 says coming soon. Jamie Bondo 0012. Not since 7 tortillas came in a 12-pack. That's pretty funny, my friend. Oh, man. Everybody's here. You guys are amazing. Karen Prime says, my grandpa... Oh, no. I'm not reading this. That's a funny line. That's a funny line. Woof. The gadgets are what sold me as a kid. Yeah, in fact, I think... And here's the cool thing. Disney did their own version of Bond. Some of you will be familiar with it. Incredible film. Loved it very much. Classic casting. Just incredible. The film was called Condor Man. And why Disney has not moved forward with more Condor Man blows my mind. It was excellent. Fantastic. And opium. Goldfinger. Gerd Frobe. So great. Soul Assassin's in the house. Good to see you. Of course, that was mispronounced with that. All the Bonds were on continuous TV reruns in the UK. No doubt all are being shown again. Absolutely. I'm still available to play Bond. I'm just waiting for the call. 70s rock fan, I could buy you as Bond. You have a great accent. I think you have to have more hair to be Bond, to be honest. David McCallum, he's still got it. Very good. Yeah. Hey, there's Memes of Destruction. Good to see you, my friend. Nice story. I forget which live stream discussed this recently, but dads and grandpas are most responsible for passing down traditional storytelling myths and heroes. That does seem to be the case. I need to find more examples of that. Oh my gosh, Raid from Unsafe Space. Excellent. I love Unsafe Space. So great. Although, gosh, what happened to them on Facebook was silly, stupid. Holy cow. Speaking of Facebook, well, we don't need to dive too deeply into that, but man, they are getting such bad press. If you've been watching the 6-minute dailies for the last week and a half, they are getting smashed by all of the trades, and they're doing it willfully. I mean, then they're trying to influence the financials around Facebook for some reason. I don't know what Mr. Blinky did to upset them, but they're not digging the Facebook chicken right now. Let's just put it that way. The SEM guys here, good to see you. A provocative question: Bond or Mission Impossible? Ooh, tough. Still Bond. Very close second for Mission Impossible, but Bond. Blonde, Bond, bomb, Bond, blonde. Well, there you go. Daniel Hall's in the house says, dang, that was a classic Condor Man. Following the comic and film was a nice original take. Absolutely. I thought it was extraordinary. Oh, and we are getting some member messages. Good. Darius Munchausen, who's been here for 6 months as a Rewards Club member. Thank you, Darius. You're an awesome supporter. Says, hail, Culture Casino and the CCC. That's right. The Culture Casino crew, I would imagine that's what that stands for. All right. We'll see from there. But thank you for that, my friend. I really wish I could highlight those. I know that over on Midnight's Edge, I've learned that you have to pay very close attention to the other chat that's live on YouTube, because otherwise you're going to miss those things. Both Moore and Brosnan played the Saint, probably. Although I really like the way Brosnan kind of brought all the Bonds into him. I love that smirky delivery that he had. He's always had that boyish charm. He was really good in Remington Steele, for those of you who are old enough to remember that program. If you want to go back and watch that with him and Stephanie Zimbalist, she was smoking. And I mean, it was like that, and I think Moonlighting and a few other shows around that period of time that were ahead of their time in a lot of ways. Didn't Paulie say he wanted to play a Mexican Bond, 007? I don't know. Siete? That'd be kind of cool. Bond was boring to me. I don't know. A lot of people, are not entertained by the films, but many of us are. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Runner? How's it going, my friend? What did the vultures at FB try to pull on Carrie? Well, they put her in timeout for 3 days on Facebook because of some reason. Somebody didn't like what she said. And I don't want to go into it here. YouTube is clamping down on anything related to anything that's pertinent in today's society, because they only want you to listen to the approved narrative and no one else's opinions, which is a shame, because that's what this platform was about originally. So not the corporatism that's pumped through here now. Your Muslim uncle, what's going on, my friend? Hail to you. Thank you for being here. Says hail and good and bad news from the pop culture front. Golgo 13 creator Tako Saito went back home to his creator yesterday. Oh my God. Good news, Monster Madness on Cinemassacre is on again. Oh, that's awesome. Well, it's kind of a bummer, man. I did not know that. Yeah, and our very own, I think, Golgo 13 YouTube person got their channel restored, I believe, on YouTube. So, but wow, thank you, your Muslim uncle, for the update. I don't know, maybe I missed that, but that's a bummer. That's terrible. We have Nikki D here with a $10 super chat. Thank you for the generous super chat, Nikki D. Says, I know this is a pipe dream, but if the major financiers and lucrative lines of credit slowly moved away from Hollywood, Would it force the industry to make well-written films again? Absolutely. In fact, I would argue that right now, people are rethinking their finances at the highest levels because of what's happening with real estate. A recent vote in Germany. This is geopolitical. I don't really want to get too deeply into this. The stuff going on with China Evergrande and many other things in China. There's some worldwide financial issues from some pretty heavy hitters that are deeply on the wrong side of some of these things, which would also include BlackRock and a few of the other big players. So if you end up with, Wanda Group having to experience some contraction, that takes some money out of Legendary Pictures pockets. You have a lot of these financial players that would have to really rethink where they were putting their funds, and what their return might be. Yeah, you'd be forced to produce more quality entertainment stuff that would make a profit and appeal to the widest possible audience and not this tiny little fraction of humanity that seemed to be driving the bus to the destruction of all else, which is kind of what's happening. Anyway, so the end of anything political, I hope, because I don't like that a bunch in this part of the day. I'll do it at night over on Comics' channel. But yeah, no, that's a very accurate, Nikki D. Thank you. Bond is greater than Uncle, greater than Mission Impossible. The Prisoner is in its own category. It has to be. And The Prisoner was awesome. Gosh, you guys need to watch that if you haven't. Hey, Scott Jennings is in the house. Thank you for being here, Scott. Another great supporter everywhere. One of our members. The ever lovely Daisy Blossom Flower Child is here saying Remington Steele was fantastic. It absolutely was. Invent somebody and they appear, right? Such a great story. You guys should watch it. Just if I think you can find it almost anywhere. Brosnan had fun with the role and it showed. Absolutely. I think they all did. Dude played it with a smirk. Yeah, RS was great. Thank you, Mispronounce. Yeah. Frankie Nose is in the house with the Frankie Nose. Says, never say never again. Warner Brother release was basically a remake of Thumball, 100%. Yeah, and that was made by that alternate human being that wasn't Eon, which would be Barbara Broccoli's dad at the time, and the Wilson estate folks. So, yeah. Interesting, though, right? Indeed. I grew up watching Bond marathons on TBS back in the day. I think a lot of people did. And I loved being able to catch him there. Sorry, Brosnan was slated to play the Saint, but it didn't happen. No, it ended up being Val Kilmer, like was mentioned by Jesse. Yeah, it was really good. Somebody's here. Wait, it jumped. I hate that. Yu-Yo is here. Says, I've done 30 days on Facebook jail for a 2014 meme. Hokies cow. Wow, that's crazy. Not good. Not good indeed. I don't really like it when they... See, here's the problem. When you censor people, you create so many other problems. Our friend Biggles Meds, who's been a member here for 10 months at the Rewards Club level, says, hail to the great Culture Casino. Not a Bond fan. Well, that's okay, my friend. I'm sorry about your year with the Mets. I thought you were going to do a little bit better this year. I guess Lindor hit a grand slam. Was that yesterday? Day before? Pretty cool. Anyway. But that was Biggles Metz's message. Another, he's also what do you call it? A follower of mine, a subscriber of mine over on Twitch. So, boy, do I love Twitch, guys! If you're not following me on Twitch, please do. It's a good time over there. Daisy Blossom pops in every once in a while. A few others. I love it. Brosnan almost didn't get to play Bond. No, multiple times. Yeah, I mean, when he was playing Remington Steele, he was going to get the opportunity to play Bond, and they would not let him work out his days to get that done, which was dumb. They missed a great opportunity. Could you imagine? He probably would have been the longest running Bond if he would have got it way back then. The late 80s, early 90s would have been incredible. So dumb. You have a member chat from Biggles. I did see that. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thanks for keeping me updated. Yeah, I had to drop Bond in the background. So, yeah, I still think this is the thing that scared everybody and mostly me. And this was inspired by a great memer known as Renee, I believe. And of course, that's my version of it. Renee did a much better version of it for Tom. But it's pretty cool, right? But that's what I was worried about. That. And there's context to the scene from what I'm told. So I'm not as worried about it as I could have been. But it is what it is. Hey, executive producer Sol Leibowitz. Bond spoiler. Okay. At the end of the film, Bond returns to Ireland by order of Darby O'Gill and becomes king of the little people. Well, fantastic. Darby O'Gill and the little people is amazing, guys. Amazing. If you haven't had a chance to see that old favorite, of course, it'd be canceled probably. Now, anything fun and humorous and leans into certain fun things, aspects of people's immutables, not in a bad way. Yeah, that's all canceled now. Fun has been outlawed, or it's currently in the process of being outlawed. Keck44 is here and says howdy. Howdy. My work is separating us by whether we drink the wine or not. Yeah, I mean, I could say I was going to do a Jim Jones joke there, but I'm not doing it. My brother was stationed in Germany, said it's a nice place, especially around the holidays. It's beautiful. No doubt about that. The Islington girl is here. There she is. Hi, the Islington girl. She's awesome. Sing for us, like Doomcock. I'm not nearly as talented, and he's got quite the head for the older songs. I wish I did. See, I expect the difference to casino. If you get rid of those lines of credit, etc., you might now have people making Hollywood movies anymore. I don't think that's true. I think you and I and others would have a better shot at making things, to be honest with you. Patrick McGowan was asked to play Bond, but he turned it down twice. Yeah, I'd heard this story. Pretty interesting. YMU. May God bless you. There you go. Let's see. Oh, Liger fans here. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. There's also a comedy show group named Darby O'Gill, and they are funny. I did not know that. I'll have to check that out as well. Clobbering Times. What's going on? Clobby says, I'm actually glad that Brosnan didn't star in The Living Daylights. It's one of my favorite Bond films, and I love Dalton. I wanted him to do more. See, and yet I still put him below in one of the lower Bonds. I mean, I think Craig's the only one that's below him, and I know that that's not probably a popular opinion with you, but that's the coolest thing about Bond is they're almost all pretty good. You know, I mean, it just is what it is. I love them. I love them. The ever lovely Kaylee D is joining us, guys. One of the huge supporters of everybody. I don't know how she does it, but thank you for your support, Kaylee. Oh, and I got my hat. Did you get your hat? I think you got your hat. I think I saw you in your hat. Yeah, there it is. The Rebellion. Normally, I have to pull my hair farther back when I put a hat on. I wasn't going to leave it on, but I just want to say thank you to Drunk 3PO for all of his innovative works, that being one of them. So, Max Relax. Well, these streams are proof that we can make our own fun. Absolutely. And I love your dark helmet avatar. It's so great. You're having a glitch, or am I having a glitch? Are we in the Matrix? Might be in the Matrix. We're having a good time. We're having a good time. Oh, yeah. True, but the system is slow to bring in new people. That's actually true. I don't know. You're kind of penalized now with YouTube on growth cycles, but I'm trying to get beyond it. You guys are helping with that, sharing out the videos, sharing out the streams. Very helpful. We have 50 of you in the chat right now. Thank you all for joining us, everybody that's here. I don't know. I like hearing who your favorite Bonds are, though. That's really cool. You guys are the best. Thank you very much, Daisy Blossom, for promoting the Twitch streams. This I don't know the answer to be honest with you. He got his films, and that was that. So a lot of people want to see Adam West Bond, executive producer Leibowitz, but has to be someone from the Isles. It just has to be, and that's not a bad thing. I mean, in my opinion, Goldeneye Brosnan doesn't get enough credit for being gritty. For England, James? No, for me. So great. Dude, how come Sean Bean gets killed and everything? Guy is incredible. And then he dies. He's like, it'd been better to keep him alive. I did like when they froze that one dude with the liquid nitrogen right before the thing crashed through that was anyway. Oh, that radio telescope did collapse not too long ago, which is kind of weird. We definitely need to talk more Bond. So, the SEM guy. Yeah, it's such a great line. Brilliant line. That was. Yeah. It was a backlash from License to Kill. You think so? Said to be too dark and violent. I thought it was an awesome film. I'm sorry, he was one of the most physical. I think Lazenby and he are tied for the most physical bonds. Do more karaoke with Tom. You're the only one who knows my song request. Well, thank you. I wish we could. We'll see. Have to get around some of the weird YouTube stuff that can happen. Our hats arrived this week. Awesome. Can't wait for the boys to come home and visit this week so we can take a picture. That's awesome, Tina. Can't wait to see it. If you share that privately. Stieg for Bond, that would be cool. Great voice. If you ever heard Stieg talk, he didn't die in Sharps, if I remember. Okay, I have to check that out. He just seems to die in everything. Everything except National Treasure. I thought he did die in National Treasure. I need to go watch that film again. Such a great film. Both films have been great. Need to bring Nick Cage back for another one. The universe thinks his name should rhyme and it doesn't. Oh, Scene Bean? Yeah. Yeah, I use that joke all the time. He's so funny. Nightcrawler's character. I forgot the actor's name. Amos claims he was asked to be Bond in 67, but he felt him being an American caused him not to get the role. That's a great piece of knowledge, executive producer Sol Leibowitz. Appreciate it. This never happened to the other fella. Yeah, it's the Fourth Wall Break by George Lazenby. Larry with the strong quote from that film. God, that was such a great movie, huh, Larry? On Her Majesty's Secret Service. Bond falls in love with Teresa and marries her, and she's killed. Unbelievable. Connery did a good deal of his stunts, unlike Moore. That's true. Moore couldn't. He was too old. In other things. Living Daylights was written for Brosnan, but Goldeneye was written for Dalton. But Dalton was tired of waiting. So I've read. Well, Clobby, that's good news too. You guys are really deep on this. It's fantastic. Sean Bean is the opposite of Jason Statham. He's got some contract clause where he can't die in the film. Yeah, probably. Man, what was it? The one where he gets shocked all the time to stay alive was really interesting. Yeah, this will break your heart and bring tears to my eyes. It really was. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and watch this now. Thank you, Crease. You guys are awesome. Thank you for this. Alan Cumming. Thank you. You guys are the best. The George Lazenby had one thing going for him. Diana Rigg, absolutely. He was the baddest Bond in a lot of people's estimation. Kip Ellis is here, one of our friends from across the pond. Good to see you. It was an incredible story, Larry. There is no doubt about it. Crank 1. Thank you guys. Right on top of it. Ba-ba-da-ba. Moore was the classiest Bond. Well, he was very gentlemanly. I liked some of the ski scenes too. He did some really cool ski stuff. You know what? Peter Sellers was pretty good in the spoof Casino Royale. If you guys haven't seen it, it's worth it. Peter Sellers is talented in everything that he did. I think legendarily underappreciated, in my opinion. But hey, that's just me. I'm looking to see if we got any more member chats in here. I didn't see any, but we did get some super chats. So I'm going to get to those. We'll move on from Bond. Well, we're going to do a little bit more Bond, and then we'll because I need to talk about what it's actually made so far, and that's a little bit different. Let's see. Our friend, oh my gosh, your Muslim uncle has joined the membership. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that, my friend. I really do. Amazing. And wow, you guys are incredible. Thank you for all your support. Indeed. I appreciate that. I think I missed a super chat from the one of the big supporters here, and just incredibly lovely human being. I missed one from Protege Music too. I'm so sorry. He says, "Hey, Culture, I remember you from Gary's member streams. Was wondering if you were a fan of South Korean comics. Would be interested in a non-live chat." Yeah, I would love to do that. I can't claim to know a whole lot about them. I would love to get into. I love to be exposed to new stuff. I mean, I was exposed to manga about 15, 20 years ago, and got into many of those. I was exposed to anime around the same time, and I got really interested in anime. Really love it. Really do. Yeah, I don't know, but Yeah, I do appreciate the $5 here, and I have to plead ignorance, but I'll definitely have to get into it. Again, my exposure to comics was because of my stepfather and his generosity in giving me a lot of his older comics from the '60s and '70s. It was really kind of a cool gift, and really gave me a lot of things. So, but thank you, Protege Music, appreciate it very much. Let's see. Um, Gosh, I feel like I'm so behind on you. What are you guys are doing in the chat? I apologize. I know Dexy Doodle made a chat too. Let's see. The chat jumps here. I'm not sure if you guys have heard that before, but it does, and it makes it hard. For some reason, I do not see. Oh, there it is. Whew. I thought I'd lost it. Dexy Doodle for a New Zealand $5 says, "Not a Bond fan, so under normal circumstances, I don't care. Now, though, after watching my favorite stuff slowly circle the drain, I hope it was okay enough." Well, I tell you what, from a lot of the reports that I've heard from people who've seen the film, it's not bad. It's not. It's not bad at all. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But thank you for the $5 super chat, Dexy Doodle. I appreciate you and your support. So I will have to dive deeply into the film and give you my thoughts on it when I go see it. So there you go. And every one of the Bonds has a great film. So Craig is great in Casino Royale, no doubt about it. GoldenEye, Brosnan, For Your Eyes Only. It is, each of the Bonds has at least one great film. So there's that. And James Bond, probably best delivered by Roger Moore. That's probably true. Probably true. Sorry, I went way back in time, guys. I'll catch up. Way back. All right. I don't know anything about this, but okay. In a short story, yeah, it was the name of the pet octopus of the villain. Yeah, it was amazing. I had no idea. I had an idea for content for you. Since you have a Switch, you should play Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, remakes of the best Pokemon generation. I would have to get into that. I never jumped into the Pokemon stuff. I'll consider that for sure, Diego. I'd love to do that. The Switch is kind of a neat toy. No doubt about it. Lots of potential, and especially after the latest Nintendo thing where you're going to be able to play 64 games. Pretty awesome. Oh yeah, Commander Ed Straker. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. It's not just StreamYard. It's YouTube's having problems. I don't know what it is. Like, so maybe they're updating routing tables live while people are doing streams. I don't know. It's just weird. You've seen every Bond film in the cinema since '73. Won't be going to see the new one, not for the possibility of wokeness, but because I didn't like the Craig era. It simply wasn't Bond to me. A lot of people have the same complaint I do, which is very Jason Bourne, but that's okay. But let's look at this other article real quick. No Time to Die is clocked in at 22 million through 2 days of offshore. So it's doing pretty well, starting off with 7 and clocking in at 22. This is going to do quite well. It's going to have a big open in the UK and the surrounding markets. I think it's going to do quite well. 94% of all box office in that Thursday was Bond. That's impressive. So yeah, just yesterday in markets such as UK, Brazil, Germany, Italy, and Netherlands. So yeah, 22 million. So it added 2 to the 7 million and 20. Not bad. 2-day cum in those markets. And we'll see what it does in the States. Kind of interested. And you know what? Kerry Fukunaga, he really shouldn't have did what he said what he did. And I think that, it's gonna keep people from going, I think it's gonna keep people from seeing the film, and that's a shame. It's really, really a shame. Yeah. Let's see. So it's on 30. In the UK and Ireland, and it's playing on 772 cinemas. We talked about that on 3,600 screens. So it's doing pretty well. 9,000 daily shows over the weekend. Amazing. 2.8 in Germany, 1.3 in Korea. Korea's turning into quite the market, isn't it? In a lot of different ways. And now that I know that there's South Korean comics, now I got to get invested in those. Denmark did 1 million. The Middle East opened on, oh my gosh, 985 screens. That's amazing. 1.7 million. That's pretty impressive. Netherlands did 681 million. That's amazing. Switzerland did 615,000. That's not bad for a tiny market. Mexico did okay on Wednesday, Thursday. It's above Skyfall. So that's really all you can ask for. If you're overperforming a film like that, that's excellent. I'm just stoked. Anyway, I think it's going to be pretty good. Dave Myers says, saw all the Connery Bomb movies except for NSNA in the theater. I am OAF, old as F. That's true. Never say never again is what NSNA stands for. So, big mouths from films are killing the box office. I agree with that wholeheartedly. James Blunt and his hair tools feel left out. That's true. That's true. Liger fan, I didn't see this one, says, and in my humble opinion, Dalton shouldn't have been brought in to replace should have been brought in to replace Dame Judi Dench as M. I think they did okay. The person they brought in was that's Ralph Fiennes, right? I love the Bond villains and the girls as much as I loved Q and M, and of course Moneypenny. We all love Moneypenny, Thomas, I believe. Every iteration of her has been amazing and played very well. The early Bond films is incredible. That pattern between Bond and Moneypenny. We were talking about it today on Midnight's Edge. Bond films require Chris Gore is the one that brought this up from Film Threat. He said that they require a menu of items to, a list of things that have to happen for you to be in a Bond film. You have to have the familiar tropes, all those types of things. And I have to agree wholeheartedly. I think that's the best way to say that. Anyway, yeah. The adult magazine at the time, the Playboy magazines, featured people from the Bond movies. Absolutely. Yeah. There was a lot of groundbreaking stuff that happened in Bond films, and revelations that happened after the fact that people didn't realize with one particular Bond girl. So there you go. I dated a girl in college who had elocution lessons. She sounded posh. Her son went on to play Recon Stark. Wow, Richie Dupe. That's a great story. Holy cow. Very, very cool. Man. Master Sidearms joins us and says, No Time to Die and Venom, There Will Be Carnage have already been added to the in-flight movies for all Tortuga-bound flights and ship cruises. Just saying. That's very true. Already done. You guys are great, man. You guys are killing it. Liger fan says, fine. Yeah, Fines is fine. Just a little overexposed. Yeah, you're probably not wrong. He did. I mean, come on. Guy has played amazing characters for a while. I don't like Daniel Craig's face, so watching his Bonds is difficult. Well, you don't have to look at it after this last film, right? Yeah. Moneypenny, one word, her last name. Grace Jones is the most underrated Bond girl. That's right. I said it. She was so good in that film. Holy cow. Right at the end when she's meeting her maker and she looks up with such, anger, fierceness, tenacity at probably one of the best actors ever in Walken. And this is incredible. I mean, just smoking hot. Yeah, never say never again. Never. There it is. For Your Eyes Only had the first transsexual Bond girl who then posed in Playboy. There you are, kids. That ground was broken a long time ago in film and television. Yeah. Hail Grace Jones. Mayday. Thank you. Somebody knew her name. So great. God. Grace Jones is great in every film she was in. It was surprised me she didn't keep appearing and stuff. After seeing King Arthur, I wanted to see Clive Owen play Bond. He's getting too old to start now. Well, I tell you what, you stay in good shape. You look like some of these guys do. Holy cow, man. The dress the Bond girl wears in the new film hides very little. Yeah. You only get 10 minutes of her, though, in the film. I thought Casino Royale was the best of the bunch. I think I had the conversation on Mead today, too, or Midnight's Edge. Hey, what's going on, Wes? Good to see you, buddy. Wes is in the house. He's lurking while working. All right, let's move on. We definitely have the other film to talk about that is, hitting the box office, in various places. Let There Be Carnage screamed to an 11.6 million Thursday. It's the second best preview night of the global crisis. And let me tell you, it's going to be well worth it. If you guys haven't had a chance to see the end credit scene, and you don't mind being spoiled for you, it's out there in the wild. It does do exactly what it was expected to do, and it presents something to you that a lot of people have been clamoring for, and that's the only way I'll approach that. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone else. But this is kind of cool. 11.6 million on the first night. Pretty big. Sony's Let There Be Carnage rang up a great 11.6 million Thursday night from showtimes that began at 4 p.m. in 3,500 theaters. That's the second best we've seen during the global crisis after Black Widow, which grossed 13.2. Well, there you go. So it also beat out the Triumph that was just in theaters, right? Or it is, I guess, still technically in theaters, but I don't think I'm with Script Doctor. That thing's going to wrap up at 370 million global and have lost money. Anyway, even better news: the preview haul is higher than that of the 2018 movie, which did 10 million off showtimes that began at 5 p.m. Well, that's pretty cool. Shang-Chi came in at 8.8 million on its preview night. They're giving it, for some reason, 58% on Rotten. Huh. We'll have to see. Oh my. Protege Music, thank you for the incredibly generous super chat of $50. It says, sent my super to the chat, Susan. Didn't like it. Oh, sent my super to the chat. Susan didn't like it. I don't know why. There are certain words you cannot say now. There are certain words you cannot say now. And they don't like them in the chat. And it happens all the time. Oh, Xenia Onatop, incredible Bond girl. Villainous Bond girl. Amazing. Thanks for being here, Biggles. Love you, man. Yeah. Grace was kind of hard on the other stunt people in Conan the Destroyer. Might have played into it. Well, maybe. Yeah, I agree with you, Thomas. I think you're right. The amazing human named George Molo says, all hail indeed. But I do want to acknowledge again, thank you, Protege Music. I'm going to use, I'm not sure if this works now. Let's see. I'll try to get my soundboard to work while I'm on. Did you guys hear the clapping? Thank you for that. I appreciate this. The very generous super chat. And again, a lot of it's just because of banned words. They just don't like them. But thank you again. Very much appreciated. George is launching. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I highlighted it again. George is launching his channel. So do check that out, folks. As always, you have the George in the chat. I think there it is. There it is. All right. And I'm gonna clip the best one I can find of Gary doing that, and then I'm gonna have that button. So I'll use that all the time because that's fun to do. Because George. There you go. Yeah. Venom 2. Venom has a baby. Well, not quite. George. Yeah, everybody sees George. So great. Hey, Parrot Head's here too. Holy cow. A one-man show rolled in. Look at all these people. I love you all. You guys are great. Thank you for the support, guys. It's awesome. Forbidden Ruin rolled in the house too. 58% rotten means it's not woke. Dude, are 100% right. And that's what I've been hearing. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. And Tina Bojan's going to go see Venom. I'm very much looking forward to that. So I think my weekend could factor in a couple of films, guys. We'll see. It could be a busy Sunday afternoon for me. The Islington to go. Maybe cinemas are finally recovering a little bit. They absolutely are, and all the good news around AMC makes me so happy. You guys are all lurking while working. Biggles Master $5 said, "I heard they ruined both Carnage and Venom. I understand the Rotten scores. Really? I've heard that it was pretty good, but I'll be happy to look at it. I know that it's kind of like an odd couple, like Bert and Ernie kind of thing, but we'll see." And thank you for the super chat, my friend. I appreciate the $5. And we gotta do the stuff we were planning. So you need to reach out to me this week. We'll try to figure something out. One Man Show pops in the chat, says, "Hey, let's see. Yep. Thank you, Protege Music, for that. We have sound, George. That's right. Let's see. GoldenEye when Bond was Bond. Absolutely indeed. Thank you, Tina, for promoting things in the chat. Appreciate you doing the wrenching services. We show up for the hair and stay for the articles. Well, this is an okay article. I want to see this film. I've heard a lot of backlash, going into it, but I've heard a lot of positive coming out of it. So we'll see. Susan's word. There you go, Larry. I'm going to hold on until Halloween Kills and then Dune. I cannot wait for Dune. Why are we being punished? You have this great film and it's being it's being released internationally and we don't have it. And I want it. I want to see this badly. Yeah, but anyway, so Venom knocked it out of the box. And I think it's going to do pretty well through the weekend. I think it's going to perform and be a triumph. You guys think it's going to be a triumph? I think we're going to see a triumph there. All right. Then we have a lot of industry news. We always do. It's one of the things I cover during the 6-minute daily is the industry itself and the business inside the industry. And a lot of the videos that I do, the lengthy ones, talk a little bit about talk a little bit about what goes on the inside and some of the stuff the misdeeds that have been done. I mean, early on when YouTube, I covered did a video about, the accounting, the financial wizardry of Hollywood. And I'm going to revisit the subject because it seems like it's more sophisticated now than ever in how they actually, swipe money from humans. So we'll see there as well. The chat keeps jumping, guys. I'm sorry. Let's see. Oh, Vaughn Solomon's here. Says, I'm more interested in the critic to audience score ratio than the actual reviews themselves. Exactly. And that's kind of the way you have to treat Rotten Tomatoes, right? And you kind of look at ComScore. You kind of look at some other numbers that come in. You look at an aggregator that pulls all of them together. And that'll give you a better picture because Metacritic will do it in a pretty effective way from a lot of sources. So yeah, it does feel like punishment waiting for Dune. Thank you. Yeah, Dune and IMAX, Daisy Blossom, the only way to see it, love, for sure. I still have to see the most recent Halloween movie. The latest Halloween Kills trailer was absolute fire. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it. I'm a horror film person. A lot of people don't know that about me, but I really like horror films. I have to tell you, George's studio looks amazing, by the way. U.S. don't like sand, says Mispronounce. Oh, I don't know about that. I love Dune. I tell you who doesn't. Anakin. Anakin does not like sand. Anakin does not like sand. Really doesn't. Dune is going to be like Foundation. You really think so, One Man Show? Because I didn't hear anything positive about Foundation other than from a couple people in the chat over on Midnight's Edge. So we'll have to see. Protege Music once again for another $5 super chat. Thank you for that. I appreciate that very much indeed. It was contact info and offering to share my comics with you. YouTube is ridiculous. You know what? You can reach out, send me a DM, Protege Music, or you can hit me on. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Minds. You can even if you go to the community tab after we're done here. My email is actually public on the About tab. Not the community tab, the About tab on my channel, so you can get it that way and just send me an email, whatever. I can reach out. I love good material, always have. Yeah. So, and I need more stuff for a reader. Let me tell you, because when I travel, I get flipping bored on the planes, and you can only watch the same episode of Friends so many times. You're on in-flight entertainment. So thank you for that offer, my friend, for a $5 super chat. Amazing. Appreciate it. You're awesome. I'm looking forward to George's content too, by the way. I just want to see people get stabbed in the face for Halloween. It's going to happen a lot. It's going to be really good. Can't wait for this film. Most creative people in Hollywood are the accountants. The most creative. Yes, you're correct, Larry. And one person that can speak very well on that, of course, is Mexican Iron Man, or Mike, our very own Mexican Iron Man. I love your studio, man. I love the lighted pedestals for your statues is brilliant. Flippin' love that. It's amazing. Digging that. You don't have IMAX in your town, but we do. Oh, AVX. Do that. The biggest screen possible, even if it's not IMAX. That's how you want to see Dune. No doubt about it. The first Venom enough to see part 2, but the normies know very little about Venom or Carnage and won't be interested. I think this film's going to do really well, and especially Woody Harrelson. Believe it or not, it still pulls people. He really does. It's pretty cool. Willie, I'm going to send you a link here in like 5 seconds. So, because I want you to get in here and talk about what your project is. We're going to do just a couple minutes where he's going to promote himself, and you guys, it's worth it. So don't dip out. You're going to want to see what Willie's been working on. So, he's eager to get in here, and I want him to be. He deserves to be. I always see great studio setups on IG from Dope Gaming Setup and other ones like 3D models. Yeah, I need to start using more 3D models in my stuff. That's for sure. Yeah, I need to start putting my 3D printers and other tools to work. Also, I need to start doing that again. It's always great. Yeah, absolutely. Plug away, says the SEM guy. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm really. I cannot wait to see all this stuff. Yeah, the premise never disappoints in a slasher. That's very true. Thank you, Lindsay. Lindsay's the best. Check it out. Lindsay has a wrench, right? Yeah. Okay, just making sure. Wookiee Supremacy. What's going on, buddy? Says, afternoon, Cuddles. Well, afternoon to you, my friend. Double checking to make sure I didn't miss any member chats, and I think I got them all. And again, thank you, Protege Music, for your support in the chat. Appreciate that very, very much. Let's see. Dune, Desert Planet. Yes, Cats of Saturn. Very true. Bear Dog is amazing, my friend. Having a very deep nap right now. After the stream, we'll wake up. We'll go outside. We'll have lunch. And then Bear Dog will probably watch other people like Nina Infinity, who's going to be starting soon. And if after this stream, I'll probably encourage you to go over there and see Infinite Hope. Lots of positive news before you dive into Friday Night Tights, Friday Night Frolics, and all the other Friday Night Fare that'll be talking about similar things. You also have the 6 p.m. Pacific premiere of this man's literature tonight at 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. The latest thing from Storyman Jack. I promoted it today on the 6 Minute Daily. I'm going to do it again and say, check it out. It looks amazing. The guy has created one story per day on his channel for October, all horror stories. Very stoked. The first one has some humor in it, so be prepared, guys. Check that out. Again, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific is the premiere. And it's already set up. You guys can tap on that and set your reminders. It'll be worth a couple minutes away from your favorite program, I believe. And if not, be sure to go check it out after your favorite program. Just make sure you have it marked so you get back to it later. I appreciate that. Manowar 665 for 665. The neighbor of the beast. Thank you, my friend. Says, here's a reading recommendation. Robert E. Howard's The Savage Tales of Solomon Kane. Absolutely. Stays on my bedside table. Get some pulp in your life. Very, very true. With that being said, I would like to introduce a guest that we'll have for a couple of minutes, somebody who I consider a friend, like to hang out with, and a project that I have some faith in. And I've had faith in since he talked about it with me. I can't wait for it. Willie Woodward, what's going on, Willie?
Good morning, Culture. Good morning, Pat. It's nice to see you.
Yeah.
So basically, my project for Lindsay shared the link in earlier. It's basically funding the storyboard process to try and make a animated pilot for, which is basically what I hope with this project. The project called Franco Noir, and it's an action cartoon, kind of in the vein of like those 80s action cartoons and Batman the Animated Series, very stylized, like film noir, like Art Deco design. I would describe the show as kind of like, it's a little bit of like Frankenstein meets like with Mega Man meets film noir. If I can, I'm just going to share in I'm going to put the link in the private chat, if that's all right with you, Culture. Just
of course.
If you want to play the video.
I do. I was already in the process of pulling it up for you. I'm gonna. Yeah, I was already trying to get in front of it for you. So let me go to. Oh shoot. See, this is just behind the scenes YouTube and all.
No, sorry. But my goal is to kind of my end goal really is to kind of do what in all these videos like Midnight's Edge and stuff of like what we talk about, like what we want to kind of want to see in shows, especially like in movies, and like things of like with Comicsgate did for comics, I want to do for TV and movies, and that's my kind of driving passion to try and get this made.
Yeah, and here's the video that you put together in promotion of this. I think everybody here in the chat get a kick out of this, and a couple of minutes of your time to check this out. So let's get her done.
Hi, my name is Willie Woodward, and I'm the lead creator and founder of Pixelwood Studios. This crowdfunding effort is to promote the creation of the studio with the launch of Franco Noir. So who am I? Well, I've been a published writer since I was 8. Seriously. I worked for a comic book startup, and I got 3 comics that I've written and published. I produced a few short films while I was in art school, with my major being animation. I've also made a few animated videos on YouTube. Also got an IMDb credit for being a casting assistant while I was in college. So all those credentials aside, let's get down to business. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really the best at self-promotion, so let me tell you why Franco Noir is important to me. I grew up watching cartoons like Thundercats, Spectre Gadget, Transformers, etc. And these imaginative shows brought me joy, shaped my love for genre entertainment, which I want to bring to that next generation of kids. While my show is aimed for boys 6 to 12, it's not aimed just for them. This is also aimed for all those old school genre fans. You're all welcome here. I believe that despite of original content that get churned out quickly and just as quickly forgotten, and despite the myriad of streaming services, online platforms, etc., that there is still an opportunity to create something fresh and fun, but I'll need your help. This particular campaign is to help fund the storyboarding process for the pilot episode of Franco Noir. For animated television, you need a few people to be able to make the rough drawings to direct the look of the episode, that takes money. With the completed storyboards, though, comes the heart of the crowdfunding campaign, and that is to sell you, the audience, the show. What we're asking for is $2,000. Steve Jobs had said, "Some people say, give the customer what they want, but that's not my approach. Our job is to figure out what they're going to want before they do." I think Henry Ford once said, if I'd ask customers what they wanted, they'd want They would have told me a faster horse. People don't know what they want until you show it to them. I don't think that's true. Hollywood and some indie filmmakers miss what customers truly want. What they want is to be shown enough consideration to not be given the bait and switch, to not be patronized, and to be given a value for their time and money. That is why copies of the scripts and storyboards are offered as a perk. So, what is Franco Noir? Well, Franco Noir is like Mega Man meets film noir. I borrowed the cinematic feel from Batman the Animated Series and I mash it up with Hanna-Barbera and Samurai Jack and a few other things. If you feel that this pilot is worth your time and money, then we can move further into project to get it made, get it out there. If you feel it doesn't, the project stops right here. At the end of the day, this is what the campaign is about, giving you, the audience, the power back. Thank you.
Well done there, Willie.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It took a while to kind of get the script right.
No, I understand, and I killed the echo once I figured out that it was me that was doing the echo. So sorry about that, guys. But at least you have the general premise, and this isn't a bad idea. We can definitely get Red Gaze to reach out to you and maybe punch up your presentation a little bit. But it makes perfect sense that you're going to need some seed money to make this happen. And I like the idea of somebody doing their own thing. I think a lot of people agree with that, including Lindsay. But do check that out. Frankenstein meets or Frankenstein's monster meets Abbott and Costello, kind of. Yeah, I'll imagine that.
Yeah. Well,
thank you, for being here.
I'll be honest. I mean, this is a bit of an unpopular take. It's like it's still Frankenstein's monster is still Frankenstein because he's basically a man-made progeny of Frankenstein. So therefore, he would take his surname. But I get it. David Costello. Yeah, I mean, this is more like, I'm not gonna lie. It's not as more like comedic-y as Abbott and Costello. There, you know what? I should try and find two, because I know I showed Culture a few months ago about like kind of like a white box trailer of the show, and what a white box trailer is basically you get what you have, and you kind of put together, you show what you have, and
right.
You know what? Let me send you that link real quick, just to kind of give you guys a flavor, because it's like at the moment, it's one of those things where with kind of how it's going so far, is that I might have to kind of just scale back things even further, which kind of sucks, just because just in order to kind of get out. Because like, I'll be honest, I was telling my wife earlier, it's like, because at the moment, I don't mean to sound negative Nancy, but there's like, no backers. And so like I was telling my wife, it's like, well, I said in the video, I promise that, if like no one paid, no one wants it, then, I'm going to abandon the project. But my wife's still very much like, keep going. Another friend I talked to, he's like, still kind of keep going. So, I mean, I'm going to have to try. I sent you in the private chat, the link to
I see it. Welcome. Yeah. I'm going to play the actual trailer. You might recognize the voice artist for this.
Oh,
yeah. And here,
shout out to Tom. He's great.
Welcome to DARPA City, the city of tomorrow. Behind the neon lights and underneath the homeless encampments lies something evil. Real heroes aren't born, they're made. Franco Noir.
So like that hopefully that gives you guys, gives you the audience kind of a feel for kind of how it's going, for how it can kind of look. So a lot of those backgrounds and stuff I did, and and like anyway, but yeah. So there it is on there it is on Indiegogo.
Indigo, yep, and the link's been out in the chat. I'm sure it'll get
Yes.
posted at least one more time. I've been behind this from ever since Willie approached me to talk about it. I want to support it in every way. I'm probably going to offer my voice over services, as a character and all that. But I'm feeling like there is something there, and if you continue to move forward, I think it'll be great. And I hope you start to get some backers. But I would reach out. Jin Wong had some constructive criticism about the concept art, combining that in your presentation and stuff. That's not a bad idea with some of your characters.
Thanks, Jim. Thanks, John Wong.
Yeah, he is. He's quite the artist, let me tell you. And of course, reach out to Red Gaze, part of obviously my group of Rogue Entertainment's folks. Reach out to him and say, hey, I might need some help, and and he'll probably reach right back and try to give it to you. He does a great job creating introduction videos for a lot of these projects and for people that do them over on Indiegogo. So do check that out.
And also Master Sidearms.
Yeah.
Man, nice. Yeah, thank you. So anyway, yeah, that is true. Oh, I meant like that one. That was the one I meant. But yeah. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I think we definitely get this moving, and the Indiegogo link is up the page a little bit. I think Lindsay can probably drop it once again, and we'll get that out there. It's an interesting project. It's not necessarily directed at adults, right? Like Willie, it's more directed towards youthful humans.
It is more directed towards kids, but the way I see it is that the best way to kind of market it is to market it to those young humans, fathers, uncles, brothers, and kind of, because that's how those type of pop culture things get passed on. They get passed on to the older, from older to younger, and that might be a nice thing to kind of bring them together. Bring old fans and new fans together.
Right. Yeah, and I think Lindsay just posted the link. So yeah. Really, I appreciate your time, Willie. I'm gonna move on to the next article. Thank you for coming in here. I'm gonna continue to try to find ways to support you in this effort.
Thanks.
And hopefully some other folks are offering some great criticism here.
Yeah,
and
I'm gonna stick around for a bit just to kind of
of course, buddy.
But thank you again for your time and for the opportunity, and thank you, chat, for your time as well. Bye.
Thanks, Willie. Awesome. Appreciate him. He's working really hard, putting himself out there. He does have some experience in relevant portions of the business, so it might be worth somebody putting a little help in for him, maybe making this happen. There's lots of great stuff there. Yeah, there are improvements that can be made. But he's working on it. He's got a pretty good business plan laid out there. I mean, I've seen it, and he kind of understands what the barriers are. The barrier to entry is a little bit more significant for obviously animated shorts than it is for a comic. But with that being said, we are going to get one more article down, one more to go, and then we are going to get out of here. We're going to go check out Neen Infinity and some other places, but let's get this one done. It's worthy of our time and discussion because while this may not get talked about on a lot of streams, it will be talked about for the days to come because it's going to affect every aspect and element of entertainment, with the exception of pay networks like HBO. I'm not talking about HBO Max. I'm saying HBO specifically. IATSE members deserve respect, says the union, as the strike authorization ballots hit inboxes this morning. And it's true. And every single local is getting almost unanimous support from its members to strike. These votes take place between October 1st and October 3rd on those days. And we will know next week what happened. It's going to be an interesting weekend. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll know Monday or Tuesday. Likely Monday. I can imagine. It's pretty easy to tabulate these things. There's a lot of members of this union. They won't be able to do lighting. They won't have grips. They won't have production design. Nothing. The IATSE is a union that handles all of the behind the scenes camera production stuff, everything. If you're not an actor, for the most part, you're a member of one of these unions or one of these locals that are part of this IATSE union. We'll see. They tried to work something out to the very last minute. They still are probably trying to work something out. This is going to affect every element, every aspect of entertainment. Recently, NPR renegotiated with one of the guilds. I think it was SAG-AFTRA to keep their radio stuff going. You have unity between these unions. SAG-AFTRA is unified with IATSE members. So you're going to see a lot. You're going to see a lot. Yeah. So, yeah, Gary. Yeah. Yeah. It definitely is going to, it's going to blindside them. You literally are going to have nothing happening except for HBO and maybe a couple other pay channels that negotiated a separate deal. And that's why I've been covering this. I've been covering this for almost 2 weeks, a week and a half, 2 weeks. This is coming. This is coming. This is coming. I feel like, pay attention. They're not. So, yeah. Willie, it does take a lot of guts, buddy. I appreciate you being here. We'll promote you again in the future, I promise. Strikes. Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of those weird things. Yeah, that's exactly right, Yvonne Solomon. Yeah, this is everybody that's behind the scenes. Key grips, anybody. I mean, the picture I used this morning in the 6 Minute Daily that was part of the articles. They're really trying to get AMPTP representatives to take notice of this. We'll see. I really believe it's going to happen. I think it's good, E. Clay Thomason. I think it's good. There were 100 members of Congress, mostly Democrats, that were in favor of this. And said so. Said as much. I believe a letter that was written to the representatives on the other side of things. So we'll see. Comrade Roof Korean the Based. Good to see you, my friend. For $5 says, "Hail, CC. Leaving a little get together with the G&G FNT crew. Great turnout. There was even the King of the North, Drunk 3PO, and the Gilk Man. I knew Thomas was going to be there, Turkey, but I hope he had a great time. They were awesome. It was always wonderful to get together with all of those humans. And it looked like it was a heck of a time. So congratulations on that. And yeah, it's something special when we can all get together, and I can't wait to do it again. And I keep hearing it's coming soon. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I really am. So says, so many unions. Does the fellowship have one too? At some point, we might. I kind of feel like we don't need it. We all kind of band together. And we need to stop the infighting that occasionally happens between us, because most of that's born out of jealousy, or somebody misspeaks, or somebody feels slighted. Stop doing that. Grow up. Drama serves no one, and nobody cares about it. But yeah. It doesn't take five guys to key grip. Entertainment unions are extortionists. There are jobs that are duplicated multiple times that maybe are not necessary. However, there are times when you need a whole lot of people doing one kind of job. It just depends, but you're not wrong. Yeah, HBO, the network, and a few other pay TV networks are outside of this. They negotiated a separate deal. But I have a feeling they're going to have to renegotiate at some point, because, again, the streamers are the ones that are trying to avoid this big time, and they're not going to. This thing's going to smack them. So it is what it is. Larry became the #1 backer for Willie Woodward's project. So thank you, Larry, for your support, my friend. Well, I'm safely in the Netherlands, where our leadership is in the toilet. Wow, Max, relax. We tried to flush, but it keeps coming back. I am so sorry, my friend. The Netherlands and a few other countries like New Zealand, although Yeah. Also, the studio experts didn't think it would happen despite the overwhelming majority in favor of the strike. Yeah, I know. It's like, hey. But it's insane. I mean, it's like 13 below the line locals. I didn't quite get the one there. 13 across the West Coast and more elsewhere in the country. And they're going to do it all. It's going to be a hot mess. And here's the question. Do you authorize the IATSE international president to call a strike against the producers covered by the Basic Area Standards Agreement? Yes or no? There it is. We'll see what Matt Loeb does. This is such a great. This is a testament to the power, the good power that unions have, in the United States. So, well, I look. You say what you will, but that's one of those things where, if the only way to improve working conditions sometimes is to band together, and they have a real problem because they have there's a term in the industry called Fraturdays, which essentially is where your Friday stretches into Saturday by a lot. It's just a long day, and they aren't given adequate breaks, all kinds of other stuff. I mean, just stuff that you and I probably would take for granted. If I still worked in the corporate world, it is what it is. Yeah, we're going to let them fight. That's exactly right. Yeah. So anybody in those unions, I'm standing behind you. I think we have somebody in the chat that is. I think we have an industry person here. I imagine if that person's still here, I won't out them. But yeah, save your drama for your mama. Very good. Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing it anymore, and I have no time for it, you guys. Yeah, Larry, thumbs up. You guys are so great. Yeah, Hollywood is a hot mess before this, and it's getting worse. So while I agree with the reasons for the strike, Hollywood execs will just move production to other states. Warner Bros. Got New Zealand to change their labor laws to stop unions there. It doesn't matter. You can't. It increases the costs. I understand what you're saying, Philip, but I'm going to say this: it's cheaper for them to just make the deal than move all these productions. You have multiple states that are going to participate in this. I mean, you don't want to be accused of being a scab in the industry. Believe me, that particular industry specifically, they're not gonna. Big money won't be the same under a different type of governmental system. I think that's the thing that these people are trying to think they will be avoiding. They will be treated well. They'll be put on a pedestal. But look what's happening in China, where essentially they're eliminating social media presences and stuff from some of their biggest people. They essentially can erase you and just for saying the wrong word. These people are not paying attention. Not that bright. Yeah, this is a good question. I don't know. I don't know what they would worry about then. What about the Danish government handled there's some other governments that did pretty well. A lot of people. Guys, I didn't want to bring up the drama. I'm not talking about it. Tim Pool reported Smith & Wesson is moving a significant part of their production. Absolutely, Crease, they are. He's not wrong. And it's going to save them in the long run. It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt that state, and it's going to benefit Tennessee. Jobs are going to leave one area and go to another. That always hurts, unless you move with them. Anyway, I've had a great time here today. You guys always come out and support big time. I really appreciate it. Every one of you, all of you that stayed through the entire stream, you guys are the best. I would not be here without you. I hope you felt like you learned something. I hope you felt like you got some laughs, and I hope you felt like we talked about some cool stuff, because when they talk about James Bond and everything else, that's pretty cool. Here's the story I think will also get some play this weekend. This quote unquote settlement. This is mischaracterized, in my opinion, by saying big money win for Oscar nominee. I don't think so. But she gets to maintain her deal with Disney for the Tower of Terror film, which is probably going to do pretty well. But I don't think she's going to get the same contract consideration that Emma Stone did, because Emma Stone got the last good deal that Disney will ever offer. So anyway, that story will definitely be covered. But I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you so very much for being here. You're absolutely 100% awesome. As Wookiee Supremacy says, rock out with your socks out. Absolutely. It will be a disaster for Springfield. That's very true. Yeah, Frankie knows. Thumbs up. Everybody have a great weekend. Absolutely. Later, Gator. At least we still have Ghostbusters. Absolutely. And I can't wait. I'll give you my thoughts on Bond or whatever films I see this weekend. We'll talk about it. Might even make a video. I haven't made a video in 2 weeks. Let's get a video up here. She didn't get that much, Larry. Once I pin it down, I'll let you guys know. Yeah, and this happens. Yep, this happens every time when that happens. You take away the people who have the greatest influence, and you make it hard for them to ever do it again. I'm going to put it in those terms. All right, I'm going to end the stream the same way I always do. We updated the credits. I'm going to have to do it again because we have a new member. I'm going to say, be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. Wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene. And you should have been doing it your whole lifetime. And until next time, bye.
Be seated at this time. We're landing in about 1 minute. Thank you.
Quick reminder, head over to check out Infinite Hope with Nina Infinity on her channel. I think the show's running now. Brett Cohen, thank you for the $5 super sticker, the Australian $3 with the Shiba Inu waving bye-bye. And thank you, members. And thank you, Max Relax, for the €2 super sticker saying cool.